Well, hello everyone, and welcome back once again to the Brad Mad Radio Show. This is Episodio 7. That's episode 7 in Italian. As you know, I took the Genoa-Ventimiglia Railway along the Italian coast, or the native name for that railway is Ferrovia Genova-Ventimiglia. And I am now safe here in Italy. I'm staying in a lovely home in the Italian countryside in the Liguria region, specifically in the commune of Montoggio, which is located in the province of Genoa. I of course hope that all of my listeners out there are staying safe and healthy. I would just take a few moments to remind you of some preventative measures from Wikipedia. So a few of those measures include staying at home, avoiding crowded places, washing hands with soap and warm water often and for at least 20 seconds, practicing good respiratory hygiene, and avoiding touching the eyes, nose, or mouth with unwashed hands. So indeed, I hope everyone is very well out there and treating everyone nicely and with respect and being mindful of others. Thank you. So to celebrate Italy and for everything Italy has gone through recently as well as presently, I would like to play the Italian national anthem. It is called Il Canto degli Italiani. It is a canto written by Goffredo Mameli and set to music by Michele Novaro in 1847 and is the current national anthem of Italy. It is best known among Italians as the Inno de Mameli, after the author of the lyrics, or Fratelli d'Italia, Brothers of Italy, from its opening line. The piece of 4/4 in B-flat major consists of 6 strophes and a refrain that is sung at the end of each strophe. The 6th group of verses, which is almost never performed, recalls the text of the first strophe. So here we go. This is Inno de Mameli by the Italian Grenadiers band Novaro, Giuseppe Manente. Okay, so as promised in episode 6, and as I first mentioned in episode 3, I invited everyone to submit their own poetry for me to read on my radio show. So here is the first submission that I have received. It is from Scott. It is called Anchors Away. The horn blares, the race is on. We've jockeyed for our places. 12 boats now dip their noses down. The wind is in our faces. The fresh, surging water is biting and slapping. We strain with all our might. There's a wonderful sound from rigging all snapping. Boys warned to keep our course right. The mainsail is fully billowed out. The jib seems in full bloom. The skipper shouts, "Let's come about. Duck, crew, here comes the boom." And now we're on the homeward tack, before the wind we're chasing. Despite each tired, aching back, we'll sign on for next week's racing. And there you have it. That was utilizing a rhyme scheme of A-B-A-B with a 4-line stanza where the first and third lines rhyme at the end, as do the second and fourth lines. Of note, however, the very first and third line are not a perfect rhyme, whereas the rest, everywhere else, is a perfect rhyme. I hope you thoroughly enjoyed that, as much as I thoroughly enjoyed reading it. I highly encourage everyone else to submit their poetry, and I'll be sure to read it on a future radio show. Thank you kindly. And thanks to Scott for the submission of that fine piece. When I choose the music I play on this radio show, it's music that I thoroughly enjoy, and I try to make sure that it's in the public domain. However, if it is not, there's a possibility that YouTube may be able to put an advertisement at the beginning of my radio show in order to pay the copyright holder. So with that in mind, I thought I'd dig a little bit deeper into the archive and find some music that is hopefully copyright free at this point. So here's a good one to close the show. It's called Lumbering Luke, a Concertina solo, and it's from the Cylinder Archive, and they wrote in July 2012. An unknown performer gives a ragtime concertina solo with piano accompaniment in the background. This celluloid 2-minute cylinder was made by the International Phonograph Company in England and was one of the first Edison-compatible non-Lambert celluloid cylinders to hit the market. They were all black and would usually have a white plaster core and 2 brass metal rings inside on each end. Few of them would not have plaster of Paris inside. Thus, they combined both characteristics of the later Albany cylinders and Edison blue amberols. So thank you kindly for listening to episode 7. Keep those poetry submissions coming in. And here we go with Lumbering Luke. Thank you for listening. Bye-bye.
Concertina solo, Lumbering Luke, International.